So, as you all know, I reviewed the first A Quiet Place. So, y'all knew I had to come back for this one. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I am going to be reviewing A Quiet Place Part 2. So, when A Quiet Place first came out, everyone knew there was going to be a sequel. Because the movie ended on a cliffhanger. What, were they going to escape? Yes, they were. Everyone knew that. And everyone knew there was going to be a sequel. We didn't know it would take this long, though. But it's here. As some of you may have seen in my Walmart video, they really hyped this movie up. You know, they had a whole bunch of advertisements for the movie. They had DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks. And I picked one of them up. Because I wanted to see what they would do with this sequel. I wanted to see what John Krasinski would do to continue his amazing story from the first one. And it's okay. Now, here's the thing. When I first saw Spiral, as you all know, I thought that movie was unnecessary. I thought it was unnecessary because it did not move the story of Jigsaw forward in any way, shape, or form. Now we have this one. I'm not saying that this movie doesn't need to exist, because obviously the way the first movie ended, people were going to assume that, oh, there's going to be another sequel because there's still monsters and they need to escape. So we got this. We got this one hell of a movie, let me just say that. So basically the plot of the movie is that Emily, I'm just going to call her Emily because I forgot their names because it's been a while since I've seen the first one, and I don't think they really established the names in this one, but Emily Blunt and the three children have escaped from the valley and are trying to find a better place to live, because obviously that place is hell. They run into this guy who, at first, me and my mom were both watching this movie. At first, she assumed it was John Krasinski because they did look similar. Now that I'm starting to think about it, I think that was John Krasinski, but just playing another person. I didn't check the actor's list name, or like who played who. I didn't check that. But yeah, basically they run into this guy who has been surviving in this bunker underground in like a warehouse for a while, and they go in there with him, and this takes place. By the way, in the beginning of the movie, they showed how it happened, like the very first day the aliens arrived, and like showing how they massacred the city and they just murdered everyone. I thought that was okay. I mean, you could have showed that in the first movie, but alright. Anyways, so they go into that bunker, and the guy is like, I want you guys to leave, because, like, maybe because he thought they would be a nuisance to them or something. But then they're like, oh, we have a baby, and then he kind of just agrees to let them stay there for, like, one more day. And then the little girl, who has, like, the hearing aid thing, once again, she decides to stick her nose where it doesn't belong, and she decides to leave. And the funny thing is, I feel like I'm gonna gag. Sorry, guys. Her original intentions were to leave her, because quite literally, she left her mother and her brother and the baby behind, and she was going to go find the island herself. And basically how she found out about the island was through a transmission of the song Beyond the Sea by Bobby Darin, which, by the way, is one of my favorite songs of all time, so it was nice to see it appear in this movie. Made it a little bit better. And she interpreted that, and since it was coming from like a remote island, she interpreted that as, oh, we gotta go over there, we gotta cross the sea, we gotta go beyond the sea to get to the island. And so she decides to leave her family behind. I mean, like, okay, dick move, leaving your family behind to most likely die, because I'm pretty sure she wasn't planning on, like, I don't know if she was planning on, like, remoting from the island, transmissioning from the island to like get them to that island or whatever. But anyway, she decides to leave, and then like the guy, like the hobo, I guess you could call him, because he certainly looks like one, decides to follow her because obviously if she just goes by herself, she's gonna die because she's deaf. Anyway, so they get to this what is it called? Like a dock where there's a whole bunch of boats. And then like this really like unnecessary scene happens where like this girl is sitting at the dock, and then she gets up and she ties the guy's leg or something or whatever to the dock, and then this cult type people come out from the shadows from like the docks, the boats. They just come out and they start inspecting the girl, and like they're obviously planning on taking her for whatever reason. Maybe these people are like distant freaks of nature who just live in boats. Anyways, so obviously they make a piss load of noise. The monsters come, and the monster just wrecks all these homeless peoples, and that's the last time we see them. Okay, weird, I guess. And then eventually they do make it to the island, and I thought it was gonna be this like Bird Box type thing where like they eventually make it to that place where like they can live blindly forever. But of course the movie is not content with having just 2 movies. So like there's this like really weird scene that confused me where one of the monsters, like there was a boat suddenly appeared, and the hobo was like, oh my god, run, everyone hide, and he runs like the middle of the island where everyone's like there's a whole bunch of people on that island who made it there and they're just living there because there's no monsters there. And then this boat appears like the next day they arrive, and a monster was in it, and I'm like, you mean to tell me that the monster got in the boat and went all the way over there? Man, these monsters, there's something else. There's something else. Anyways, so once the monster's there, obviously they start wrecking everyone. They just start destroying them, owning them. And so this other guy locks his kids in a closet, and they also lock like the girl in the closet, but she gets out and now she's in the car with them, and they're driving the car away so that they can honk their horn to distract the monster and just lead them away from the kids. And they eventually make it to this warehouse, or this like the transmission place where like the radio was going on. And like the dude's like, I gotta go back to my family, and then he gets owned. He gets wrecked by the monster because he gets pulled under the garage door type thing where they got into that place. So now it's just the girl and the hobo. I feel like it's very bad that I'm calling him the hobo. I want to take this time, however, to talk about the acting. The acting, as well, like on par with the first movie, is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I remember, if you've seen the movie, you remember the bear trap scene where like the kid gets his foot caught in the bear trap. That was like some grade A screaming. Like most people would be like, ah! But this guy, he actually sounds like he's in like distinct pain, like actual, like not lying, like real pain. And then like they just like dip a whole bunch of alcohol on his wound, which I never like pouring alcohol on my wounds. Like I'll get infected, I don't care. The baby was just there. The baby's acting was okay. Well, I mean, there's only so much you can teach a baby. Emily Blunt's acting, as usual, is fantastic. Literally the best actress in the whole movie. The kids were fine. The kids were just fine, but like the ignorance of the deaf girl is just like, it's annoying. Like she's always leaving to go somewhere else. She's always leaving to go into danger. I know she means well, but if you saw what happened to you before, why are you still doing it? Anyways, so basically they make it into the bunker. Well, not the bunker. They make it into the transmission place where they're playing the music, and then obviously they're trying to climb this desk and make it to the other side. Obviously they're gonna make them make noise. Obviously they're gonna make noise so that they can lure the monsters in there. The monster, there's only one now. The monster comes in, and the monster just is obviously, I don't know if to call it monster or alien, whatever. I'm just gonna call it the thing. Anyways, it comes into the room, the monster, and she goes into the room where it's playing Beyond the Sea on a record player on repeat. And then she goes up to it, and she tried to close the door, but it made a freaking loud. That's the loudest door I've ever heard in my life. Not even my bedroom door, and my bedroom door is broken. The bottom hinges are broken, and it doesn't even make that much noise. Anyways, so she gets in there, and she plays, and then she remembers that if she uses her hearing aid to make a loud piercing noise, it will hurt the monster. So she's doing that, and at the same time she's playing the record. And inside, back at the bunker, you can see that the family is being attacked by another monster who's there. Scratches Emily's leg, screams good as usual. Really nice, grade A scream, really juicy scream. And then she puts her hearing aid. The girl puts the hearing aid into the speaker, and it plays through the whole place. It plays it through the loudspeaker, and then we get this character development scene where both of them get up. The kid gets up, he grabs the gun. The girl gets up, she grabs a rod, and it intertwines with the kid shooting the monster, and the girl stabbing it with the rod, which I don't think it would die that easily to a rod, because as we can see in the first movie, one of them took an axe to the face, I think, and it was fine, but apparently a metal rod is enough to do that. And then after that, the movie sets itself up for a sequel, and then it's over. That's it. That was A Quiet Place. What do I think of the movie? Does it need to exist? Well, yeah, because the first movie set it up. How is it? It's fine. I mean, obviously, sequels try to expand on the original story. They try to expand the original location. They try to make it bigger, better, add more characters. But, I feel what could they possibly do with a third one? What could they possibly do? I'm not saying that it doesn't deserve to have a threequel. Well, I mean, are you gonna make a trilogy now? Is this gonna become a new series? Anyways, my overall rating for the movie is fine. It was fine. It was okay. I'll definitely go back to watching it, see if my opinion changes. But for now, the movie is it's fine. The acting was okay. Overall, it was an okay sequel. And yeah. Well, I don't know what else to say. What else should I talk about? I don't know. That's mostly what I have to say. I know my reviews are pretty dull, but what can I do? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.